The Arizona Cardinals going into week 12 of the NFL season. We probably have one of our toughest matches yet, going against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Now, this isn't the same New England Patriots that was run by Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. They're not having the best start off to their season, but this is still a matchup that we should be worried about. We're going to go ahead and dive into it here deeper. Let's go ahead and roll that intro. Guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to talk about week 12 matchup, Arizona Cardinals versus the New England Patriots. I cannot believe that we are already entering week 12 of the NFL season. I have no idea where this time has gone, but this is what the cards that we're dealt with right now. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and say I hope every single one of you guys have a happy holidays. Hopefully you guys can enjoy, your families and have a good time and eat a lot of food. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into it here. The Arizona Cardinals have a very, very tough matchup against the New England Patriots. Yes, their season has not, been exactly what they wanted it to be. They're currently sitting 4-6 with a loss against the, I believe it was the Houston Texans that they ended up just losing to. So, yes, I get it. Their record isn't that great, but I think the truth of the matter here is, and I think that a lot of us agree, is that this game is definitely not a game to look over. Now, when I did my first prediction for my way too early prediction, I predicted that the Arizona Cardinals would lose against this Bill Belichick led team. Now, as of right now, sitting at 6-4 on the season, obviously, I want to be super optimistic about this game, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm really, really worried about this game. Now, I do have some reasons as to why I'm worried about this game, and the first reason is going to be none other than a team led by Bill Belichick. This guy is a genius. He's probably the most winning of a Super Bowl head coach that's ever been out there. This guy's got 6 rings under his name. Now, if you would say that it was all, Tom Brady, if you say it's all Bill Belichick, if you say it's a combination of both, whatever the situation is, he's got 6 rings to show for. And this guy, he's a very, very good head coach. He's got a defensive mind. And honestly, I'm never going to count out a Bill Belichick team. Now, the last time we played against the Patriots, the last time I can remember was probably back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. That Patriots team was led by Jimmy Garoppolo, and unfortunately, we ended up losing that game. So that's one of the main reasons why I fear Bill Belichick, is because even if he doesn't have the quarterback that he, wants or is the best fit for his scheme, he still finds a way to win. Not only offensively, but defensively. He has something within him that he's able to take away the best player from the opposing team. Now, this is probably going to be either Kyler Murray or DeAndre Hopkins. Now, I do not know what's going to happen if we don't win this game. I mean, granted, 6-5 still looks good, but honestly, we would all love for the Arizona Cardinals to go 7-4 on the season, because I honestly feel like this game coming up, it is a must win at this point, because we're getting 6 games left in the season right now. There's really no room for error at this point. Now, my reason number 2, things to look out for, none other than Cam Newton. I don't think Cam Newton had the best season this far into the season as well. He probably would love to be, 6-4 as well, or obviously a better record than they currently have right now. This is not the same Cam Newton that we usually see when we used to play against the Panthers. It seems like he's a little slower. He's lost a step. He's not throwing as deep. He doesn't have that much of a strong arm, in my personal opinion, but he still gets the job done. When he does run out of the pocket, he still runs aggressively, and that's one thing that makes me really, really scared. Now, obviously, we got a dose of what it kind of looks like for a quarterback to run out of the pocket, and one game that really scares me, and I do not want us to look like this at all, and if we do, we're not going to have any chance. It was the Carolina Panthers game where Teddy Bridgewater pretty much ran all over us, and we couldn't, to make a tackle to save our lives. Now, granted, we didn't have Budda Baker in that game, which he will be available this game, but I really do fear the fact that Cam Newton is a big-bodied quarterback that's able to get out of the pocket and throw the ball down the field as well. Obviously, the third thing to look out for, and I'm just going to talk about very, very briefly, is none other than Stephon Gilmore. Is probably the best corner in all of the NFL. Some might say he's most likely going to be shadowing a lot DeAndre Hopkins, so we got to make sure that, that's really going to be a good matchup for us all to see. Now, I feel like DeAndre Hopkins is probably going to win that battle personally, and it's really going to depend if Kyler Murray has a comfortability with throwing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins when he's covered by Stephon Gilmore. So it's remained to be seen at this point, but we're most likely going to be seeing Stephon Gilmore shadowing our best wide receiver, being that of DeAndre Hopkins. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the other side of the ball. Our 3 keys to success here for the Arizona Cardinals to get a victory here. Now, I think it's really obvious and everybody knows that Kyler Murray was not feeling 100% when he took that hit by that Seattle defender. During that game, he wasn't throwing the ball deep. It seems like he was wincing in pain once he was, trying to throw the ball all the time. So once this coming Sunday comes around, we'll be definitely looking at a much healthier Kyler Murray. We all live and die with the play of Kyler Murray. If he has a very fantastic game running the ball, throwing the ball accurately, then we're going to have a very good game. If we're not, if we're going to have a game like the Seattle game, we probably won't be doing very well. So we got to take that into consideration here as well. So I most likely can see a much healthier Kyler Murray coming into this Sunday's game. Hopefully he's all healed up because we honestly need him in action. Success number 2 is going to be none other than Christian Kirk. I want Christian Kirk to have a huge game against this defense. I still think that the Patriots defense is very good still, but let's be honest here. If we're going to have Stephon Gilmore on DeAndre Hopkins, we're probably going to see a less amount of load getting thrown his way because we got to put some respect on Stephon Gilmore's name. He's a really good corner still, so I'm a little worried about that matchup here. I personally think that DeAndre Hopkins will win still, but we got to make sure that we have our other wide receivers open and available to get those catches as well. And that wide receiver is going to be none other than Christian Kirk. I want him to have a huge game, probably a touchdown and 80 yards, is because we need it at this point. We need to make sure that all our other wide receivers are available to be available for Kyler Murray when the ball is thrown to them. Very, very important to make sure he gets going. A key success number 3 is going to be none other than get the run game going. The run game against the Seattle defense was really, really questionable. I do not know why this approach was taken the way it was taken. I think we got less than 60 to 70 yards all total, and that means Chase Edmonds, Kenyon Drake, and Kyler Murray. Now, I get the game plan was thrown away right after Kyler Murray got hurt. It seems like Cliff Kingsbury was being a lot more conservative with his plays. We weren't doing the running of the ball very much. Here's the truth of the matter here. The Arizona Cardinals need to get the run game going. I don't care if it's Chase Edmonds. I don't care if it's Kenyon Drake. I don't care if it's Kyler Murray. With 2 running backs and a mobile quarterback, we need to get more rushing yards than that. Honestly, that Seattle game was really, really weird, and honestly left a bad taste in my mouth, offensively. So we got to make sure that we rebound for the Arizona Cardinals fan base and the Arizona Cardinals team in general. We don't want to make sure that we're constantly putting that type of product out there because that's not a type of football that we want to see. We know that we have the capability to be a great team. We just need to make sure that all the puzzle pieces fit perfectly. If something just to sprinkle on top of the 3 keys to success, I think it's very, very important that the Arizona Cardinals make sure that we cut down on the penalties. We're constantly killing ourselves, beating ourselves pretty much with a dumb penalty, holding call, false start, anything like that. We need to make sure that the communication is down to a T. I hate saying that, a lot of times the Arizona Cardinals beat themselves when we end up losing this game, but that is the truth of the matter here. The Arizona Cardinals are probably one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. Now, we can say, yeah, we're a young team, but still, we're going into week 12 and we're still seeing the same things. I don't even know what to say anymore, but we got to make sure that we clean up those penalties. It's imperative that it's cleaned up. One other thing that I want to mention here is that the Arizona Cardinals need to start off hot. I hate going through the first quarter or even the first half and the Arizona Cardinals offense is not even showing up. They're pretty much sleeping right now. And that's something that I really hate to see too. So we got to go ahead and start like we're shot out of a cannon here. And I don't care if we take some deep shots down the field, but we got to make sure that we're converting those third downs to make sure our offense is staying on the field and our defense isn't doing all the work for the first half. Very, very important for the Arizona Cardinals offense to get started quickly. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below, guys. I'm super curious to figure out what you guys think that this game is going to turn out to be. Put it on the comments below. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new, please consider subscribing to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. That's all I got for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and happy holidays.